distribution of charges when charged capacitors are connected with each other. So first capacitor, these are the capacitances, initial potential and initial charge. This is the second capacitor. Are you able to understand, ma? So capacitor means what? Capacitor means one plate will be positively charged, second plate will be negatively charged. Clear, no? Here also, if this plate is positively charged, clear, ma? Then second plate will be negatively charged. Clear? Now, this capacitors, we can connect them in two methods. How we can connect them? We can connect them such that positive plate is connected to positive plate and negative plate is connected to negative plate. Clear, ma? So, what is the case number 1 which we are studying here? Case number 1 is connections are given like this. Clear, ma? So, if this terminal, if this is A, this terminal if it is B, this terminal if it is C, and this terminal if it is D, then A and C we are joining with each other. Clear, ma? So, A and C we are joining with each other. So, here we have A comma C and here we have B comma D. So, what is the meaning of this one, ma? What is the meaning of this one? It means positive plate is connected to positive plate only here, positive terminal, and negative plate is connected to negative plate. Clear? So, this is the positive plate, this is also positive plate, this is the negative plate, and this is also negative plate. Okay. So, therefore, if I connect capacitors like this, can you say immediately what will happen? Okay, ma? If I connect capacitors like this, immediately what is going to happen? Clear? What happens? Already we have studied, no? Okay. So, redistribution of charges. Redistribution of charges take place until both plates on one side, means this plate and this plate, both of them they are present on same side, no? So until both plates on one side obtain same potential, this is what is going to happen. Clear, ma? So if I consider this first capacitor is at a potential of V1 and second capacitor is at a potential of V2. So let us consider V1 is greater than V2. Then charges will transfer from which capacitor to which capacitor, ma? Charges will transfer from which capacitor to which capacitor? Come on. So V1 is at a higher potential, V2 is at a lesser potential. Charges will transfer from which capacitor to which capacitor? Positive charges will transfer from first capacitor to second capacitor. So this is the direction of charge transfer. And this charge transfer will stop after what condition? These charges transfer will stop after which condition? Until both of them they are present at the same potential. That's all, no? Okay. So here if a charge present is Q1 and here if a charge present is Q2. Okay, ma? So therefore can I write Q1 plus Q2 is equals to Q1 dash plus Q2 dash. Can I write like this? Can I write like this, ma? So because this is a positive plate, this is also a positive plate, just redistribution of charges will take place. What is meant by redistribution? For example, let capacitances are equal. If capacitances are equal and if here I have 10 coulombs of charge, here I have 5 coulombs of charge. Clear, ma? So 10 plus 5 is how much? 15. So 15 by 2 is 7.5 coulombs and here also 7.5 coulombs. So on the first plate also 7.5 coulombs will be present. On the second plate also 7.5 coulombs will be present. This is in which condition? If capacitances are equal. Clear, number? If capacitances are not equal, then the distribution of charges will vary. Whatever it may be, total amount of charge is remaining constant, no? Total amount of charge it is remaining constant. So initial charge must be equal to final charge. So Q can be written as C into V, no, ma? So C1 V1, Q2 can be written as C2 V2. Q1 dash, how can I write? C1 into V. Q2 dash, I can write C2 into V. So why I am writing only V only here? Why I am writing only V? Come on, be fast. Final potential of both the capacitors is equal, no? Final potential of both the capacitors is equal. So therefore, V value is how much? C1 V1 plus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. Clear, ma? So this was the same condition we got in the case of conductors also, no? So when you are connecting to conductors also by a connecting wire, this was the same common potential we got. So here also same value, C1 V1 plus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. Clear, no, ma? Similarly, Q1 dash, how can I write? Q1 dash can be written as C1 into V. Q2 dash can be written as C2 into V. That's all, no, ma? Clear? So therefore, if I divide both of them, so Q1 dash divided by Q2 dash is equals to C1 into V divided by C2 into V. So potentials will get cancelled. So Q1 dash divided by Q2 dash is equals to C1 divided by C2. Now again you add 1 here. So plus 1 is equals to C1 divided by C2 plus 1. So therefore what I will get? Q1 dash plus Q2 dash divided by Q2 dash is equals to C1 plus C2 divided by C2. Clear, no, ma? So therefore Q2 dash is how much? Q2 dash divided by Q1 dash plus Q2 dash, I can write it as a total charge, no? Clear, no, ma? Q1 dash plus Q2 dash, I can write it as total charge. So this is equal to C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Clear, ma? So therefore, okay, first of all make a note up to here. I will rub this board. Okay, ma? So I am going to rub this side. Okay. So what happened, ma? So therefore I got Q2 dash divided by total charge. Total charge is equals to C2 divided by C1 plus C2. So therefore Q2 dash is how much? Q total, clear, ma? Into C2 divided by C1 plus C2. So similarly I can calculate Q1 dash also equals to Q total multiplied by C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Clear, ma? So this is how I can calculate total final charge and total final charge on first plate, total final charge on second plate, where Q total is the total amount of charge which is present on what you call positive plates of both capacitors. Or you can take negative plates also, but either of them you have to take. If you are taking positive plate of first capacitor, then you should take a positive plate of second capacitor also. Okay, ma? So Q is the total amount of charge. Don't forget that point. Total amount of charge is total charge which is present on first plates of both capacitors. That is called as total charge. Okay, ma? So then here also I can calculate heat generated, no? Heat generated. So first of all, why heat will be generated, ma? What is the reason that heat will be generated? Come on. Why heat will be generated? Because when charges are being transferred, they should overcome the property of resistance, no? So because of that one, definitely heat will be generated. Clear? So how can I calculate heat generated? Heat generated is equals to total initial energy minus total final energy. So U initial minus U final. Clear, ma? So if initial energy is 10 joules, final energy is 5 joules, then what is the loss of energy? 5 joules. In this method I can calculate. Clear? So heat generated is how much? Initial energy is half C1 V1 square plus half C2 V2 square minus final energy is how much? Half C1 V square plus half C2 into V square. Clear, no, ma? So this is the total amount of heat generated. Clear, no, ma? So from this one directly what I can write, if I simplify this one, I will get C1 C2 divided by 2 into C1 plus C2. Clear, ma? So multiplied by V1 minus V2 whole square. Clear? So this will be the equation for total amount of heat generated. Okay. So make a note up to here. Then we will continue this. So Seema, so in the last classes, we have studied redistribution of charges if plates of the capacitor, if they are connected to like plates. That is, if positive plate, if it is connected to positive plate, then what happened, that we have already studied. Now we are studying what happens when positive plate is connected to negative plate. Okay, ma? So when positive plate of one capacitor, if it is connected to negative plate of another capacitor, then how charges will redistribute? Can you say, anybody? If positive plate of one capacitor is connected to positive plate of another capacitor, then already we have studied, but here positive plate of one capacitor is connected to negative plate of second capacitor, then how charges will redistribute? Can you say, anybody? Sima. So on the positive plate, let us consider plus 10 coulombs of charge is present. Clear, ma? So on the negative plate, minus here also let us consider this is also plus 10 coulombs and this is minus 10 coulombs. So when positive plate is connected to negative plate, what will happen, ma? So on this positive plate I have plus 10 coulombs of charge. On the negative plate I have minus 10 coulombs of charge. Now when you connect them like this, then what is going to happen here? What is going to happen, ma? So this plate is at a higher potential, no? This negative plate is at a lower potential. So charges will transfer from positive plate to negative plate such that we get a common potential. Now here can you say what is the common potential we will get? When this is plus 10 coulombs and this is minus 10 coulombs, can you say what is the common potential we will get? Anybody? Here common potential, clear, ma? Here common potential will be 0. Common potential will be 0. Can you say what is the reason? When I connect to plus 10 coulombs to minus 10 coulombs, common potential will become 0. Anybody, can you say what is the reason for this one? What is the reason, ma? Come on, try to say something. Don't be silent. What can be the reason? Reason is that very simple. So plus 10 coulombs and minus 10 coulombs, they will get cancelled with each other. Clear, ma? So plates will become neutral. Clear, ma? So this total plus 10 coulombs of charge, it is going to transfer to this negative plate. Or we can say total minus 10 coulombs of charge, it will be transferred to positive plate. So total charge will be how much? Total charge will be 10 minus 10 is equals to 0 coulombs. 0 coulombs of charge will be present on each plate. Then what will be the equation for potential? V is equals to Q divided by C, no? So 0 by C is equals to 0 volts. Clear, Nama? So if charges are equal and opposite, and if I connect a positive plate and negative plate, all the charges, they will get cancelled with each other. Clear, Nama? And total charge will become 0 and total potential will become 0. Clear? Now if charges are not equal, clear, Nama? For example, let us consider, let us take this combination again. Clear, Nama? So here let us consider there is plus 10 coulombs of charge, and this is positive plate, this is negative plate, this is negative plate, this is positive plate. Clear, Nama? Now on this plate let us consider only minus 6 coulombs of charge is present. Now can you say what will happen? Now can you say what will happen? On the positive plate plus 10 coulombs of charge is present. On the negative plate minus 6 coulombs of charge is present. Okay. So it means that this is minus 10 coulombs and this is plus 6 coulombs. This is the arrangement. Initially while I am connecting, then this is the arrangement of charges. After connection, can you say what will happen? After connection, what will happen? Come on. So add both the charges. Yes, plus 10 minus 6. Plus 10 minus 6 is how much, ma? Plus 4. So only on both the plates of the capacitor, plus 4 coulombs of charge will be present. Clear, Nama? And if their capacitances are equal, then what will happen? This total charge, it will be distributed among both the capacitors. Clear, Nama? If capacitances are equal, then each capacitor will have how much charge? Each capacitor will have a charge of will have a charge of 4C divided by 2 coulombs of charge. That's all, number. Because if we connect them, both of them, they should be at common potential, no? So what is the equation for potential? V is equals to Q divided by C. This is the equation for potential. So therefore, V is equals to Q1 by C1, V is equals to Q2 divided by C2. Why we are writing V and V only here? Because after connection, this capacitor and this capacitor, both of them, they should be at same potential. Clear, number? So this is also V, this is also V. This is the potential for first capacitor, this is the potential across second capacitor. Both of them, they must be equal. So if C1 and C2 are also equal, if C1 is equal to C2, then what I can say? Then Q1 also should be equal to Q2. That's what we have written here, number. If capacitance is also equal, then charge also will be distributed equally. If capacitances are not equal, then charge will not be distributed equally. For example, if I write C1 is not equal to C2, then Q1 is also not equal to Q2. Clear, ma? So this is how charges will redistribute when we are connecting positive plate to negative plate. Clear, ma? So first of all, charges will get cancelled. Then remaining charges which are present, they will be distributed among both the capacitors. Clear, ma? So make a note point here. What is the note point here? We have to write. Note point is that if positive plate is connected to negative plate, clear, ma? Then some charges get cancelled. Clear, ma? And remaining charges will be distributed on capacitors. According to their capacitance. That you can write. Remaining charges will be redistributed on capacitors according to their capacitance. Okay, ma? That's all. Understood, Nama, up to here? So when positive plate was connected to positive plate, then there was no cancellation of charges. Then charges will not cancel. Clear? But if you connect a positive plate to negative plate, then charges will cancel definitely, no? So if this is plus 10 and this is also plus 10, then total charge will become 0. Total charge will become 0 and total potential of each capacitor also will become 0. Clear, number? But if it is plus 10 and minus 6, so 10 minus 6, totally only 4 coulombs of charge will be present. And this 4 coulomb will be distributed among both the capacitors. Clear? According to their capacitance. If capacitance is equal, then charge will be distributed equally. If capacitance is not equal, then charge also will not be distributed equally. Okay, that's all. Mathematically, how we can understand this one? Let us see. Okay, ma? So see. See, ma. So if positive plate is connected to negative plate, then some of the charges, they will get cancelled, no, ma? Now can you say after connection, total charge will be how much? Before connection, charges were Q1 and Q2. That's all, no, ma? Before connection, the charges were Q1 and Q2. After connection, what will happen? Total charge, or I can say after connection, total charge will be Q1 minus Q2. Can I write like this? Ma? Come on. After connection, total charge I am writing Q1 minus Q2. Can I write like this or not? That is my question. Come on, try to answer. Definitely we can write, no? This is positive charge, this is negative charge. So charges will cancel with each other. So remaining charge will be how much? Q1 minus Q2. Clear, number? So this remaining charge, can I write it as Q1 dash plus Q2 dash also? Now can you say what is Q1 dash plus Q2 dash? Q1 dash plus Q2 dash means what? So these are the final charges which are present on first capacitor and second capacitor. Clear ma? So if I do Q1 minus Q2, there will be some charge left, no? That charge will be redistributed on first capacitor and second capacitor. Clear na ma? So Q1 and Q2 are initial charges. Q1 dash and Q2 dash, they are final charges which are redistributed on both the capacitors. That's all, ma? Just what we have discussed numerically, now I am representing that one mathematically. That's all. There is no other change. Okay. Now let us see what we can do. Clear ma? So Q1 can be written as C1 into V1, no? Similarly, Q2 can be written as C2 into V2. Clear ma? Initial charges they are. Initial charge is C1 into V1. Initial charge on second capacitor is C2 into V2. So this is equal to final charge. Final charge on first capacitor is how much? C1 into V. Because after connection, both of them, they will get to common potential, no? So C1 into V plus C2 into V. Clear, no? So here also I am writing V, here also I am writing V. Why? Because after connection, both the capacitors, they will obtain same potential. Okay. So therefore, V value is how much? V is equals to C1 V1 minus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. Clear, ma? So this is a very, very important relation. So previously, what was the answer we got for common potential, ma? Previously, when both the capacitors, if they are connected to positive plate and positive plate, then what was the common potential? C1 V1 plus C2 V2, plus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. But here what I got? C1 V1 minus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. Okay, ma? That's all. And here loss of energy remains to be same. How can I write loss of energy? Clear, no, ma? Loss of energy, how can I write? Loss of energy is equals to half C1 V1 square plus half C2 V2 square minus of final energy is how much? Half C1 V square minus half C2 V square. This is the total initial energy. This is the total final energy. Clear, ma? Half C1 V square minus half C2 into V square. So if I do this calculation, again what I will get, or you can just leave up to here. Clear, no, ma? So this is the amount of loss of energy which we will get while connecting these capacitors to positive plate to negative plate. Okay, ma? Come on. Okay, ma? So similarly, we can also calculate final charge on each capacitor. Clear, ma? So Q1 dash is equals to C1 into V, Q2 dash is equals to C2 into V. Clear, ma? So Q1 dash divided by Q2 dash is equals to C1V divided by C2 into V. So V gets cancelled, so we will get C1 divided by C2. Clear, ma? So Q1 dash by Q2 dash plus 1 is equals to C1 by C2 plus 1. Okay, ma? So Q1 dash plus Q2 dash divided by Q2 dash is equals to C1 plus C2 divided by C2. Clear? So therefore, Q2 dash divided by Q1 dash plus Q2 dash is equals to C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Okay, ma? Now can you say what is meant by Q1 dash plus Q2 dash? What is meant by Q1 dash plus Q2 dash, ma? Here, total initial charge or final charge? Final charge. Don't be confused there. Clear, ma? So Q2 dash divided by final charge. This is what final charge. Final charge can be written as Q1 minus Q2 also. That's all, no? Final charge can be written as, in terms of initial charge, how can I write? Q1 minus Q2 also I can write. So this is equals to C2 divided by C1 plus C2. So therefore, Q2 dash can be written as final charge multiplied by C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Clear, no? Similarly, Q1 dash, final charge on second capacitor, can also be written as total final charge multiplied by C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Clear, ma? So this is how we can write the final distribution of charges on each capacitor. Clear ma? So therefore final charge, how many types I can write? Final charge can be written as Q1 minus Q2, or also I can write Q1 dash plus Q2 dash. Okay ma? So this will be the redistribution of charges on both capacitors if positive plate is connected to negative plate. Clear ma? Understandable now this one? Previously when positive plate was connected to positive plate, in that condition what was the equation for distribution of charges ma? Do you remember? So previously when positive plate was connected to positive plate, in that condition what was the distribution of charges? So Q1 dash is equals to Q into C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Q2 dash is equals to Q into C1, sorry this is C1. Clear ma? So C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Now here what is meant by Q? So these were the equations when positive plate was connected to positive plate. In this case Q means what? In that case Q means a total charge. Total charge. Clear ma? Q1 plus Q2. But here what is meant by final charge? Final charge is nothing but Q1 minus Q2. Clear ma? Where is that? Q1 minus Q2. Or I can say after redistribution of charges, Q1 dash plus Q2 dash. This is also called as final charge. Clear ma? This is the only difference. So when positive plate is connected to positive plate, charges will not get cancelled. But when positive plate is connected to negative plate, definitely some of the charges will get cancelled and remaining charges will be redistributed on both plates of the capacitor. Okay ma? That's all. So this, okay ma? So what he gave here, an isolated capacitor of unknown capacitance has been charged to potential V0. So this is one unknown capacitor which is charged to a potential difference of V0. So this capacitor is then connected to an uncharged capacitor of capacitance C. Clear now? So this one is having a potential difference 0 because previously it was uncharged. Clear ma? But it is having a capacitance of C. So then he gave common potential. After connection, common potential is how much? Common potential is V. Clear ma? Then find the unknown capacitance. This is the unknown capacitance, no? So if its capacitance is a C dash, then C dash we are supposed to find out. That's all. That is the question. Clear ma? So after connecting, what will happen? After connecting, potentials will get redistributed, no? Charges will get redistributed and we get a common potential. So just now we have studied the equation for common potential, no? What is that one? Common potential is equals to C1 V1 plus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. That's all, no? So therefore, common potential is already given as V. So initial capacitance of the first capacitor, let it be C dash. Initial potential is V0 plus capacitance of second one is C and its potential is 0 because it was not a charged number, it was an uncharged capacitor, so its potential is 0. So divided by C dash plus C. So from this one just you calculate a C dash value, that is our required answer. So therefore V is equals to C dash into V0 divided by C dash plus C. Clear ma? So just draw the cross multiplication. C dash into V plus C into V is equals to C dash into V0. Clear na? So C dash if I take common, then it is V minus V0 is equal to C into V minus C into V, or C dash is equals to C into V divided by V0 minus V. Here ma? So this is our equation for capacitance of the first capacitor. That's all. So two capacitors C1 and C2 are charged separately. So this is one capacitor whose capacitance is 2 microfarads and it is charged to a potential of 20. So this is another capacitor which is having a capacitance of C2 is equals to 3 microfarads and it is charged by potential difference of V. So if they are connected positive to positive, clear now? So this type of connection, positive, negative, positive, negative. So then potential difference across each capacitor. So redistribution of charges will take place now, such that both of them they will obtain a common potential. So common potential is how much? C1 V1 plus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. That's all number. So initial capacitance is how much? So 2 micro, I need not substitute mu here. So denominator and numerator they will get cancelled. No, just I will write it 2. So initial potential is 20 plus C2. C2 value is 3. V2 value is 10 divided by C1 plus C2, 2 plus 3. So V is equals to 40 plus 30 divided by 5. So 70 divided by 5, it is 14 volts. So that is the common potential across both the capacitors. Clear ma? So then he is asking final charge. Okay ma? So what is the final charge which is present on each capacitor? Final charge Q1 dash can be written as Q into C1 divided by C1 plus C2. Already we have derived these relations now. So Q1 dash is equals to, now can you say what is meant by Q here? Q means what? Q means what? Total charge, that you should not forget, total charge. Clear number? And what is the total charge? Total charge. Charge we have not calculated, no? First you calculate a charge. Clear number? So initial charge on first capacitor, Q1 is how much? C1 into V1. Clear number? So initial capacitance is 2 into 10 power minus 6 multiplied by initial potential is how much? 20. So therefore how much it is? 40 into 10 power minus 6. Clear ma? Coulombs. So therefore I can write 4 into 10 power minus 5 coulombs. Clear? Similarly Q2. Q2 is how much? C2 into V2. Clear ma? C2 value is how much? C2 value is 3. 3 into 10 power minus 6 multiplied by potential of second one is 10. So how much it is? So 3 into 10 power minus 5 coulombs of charge. Clear ma? So therefore what is the initial total charge? Total charge is Q1 plus Q2. 4 plus 3 is 7 into 10 power minus 5 coulombs of charge. Clear ma? So this is okay ma? So total final charge is how much? Q1 plus Q2 is equals to 7 into 10 power minus 5 coulombs of charge. Or I can write 70 microcoulombs of charge also I can write. Clear? So then just substitute in this relation. Okay ma? So calculate Q1 dash and Q2 dash. That should be our answer. Total charge produced is how much ma? So 70 into 10 power minus 6 coulombs multiplied by C1 plus C2. So C1 is how much? C1 is 2 into 10 power minus 6 divided by C1 plus C2 is how much ma? C1 plus C2 is 2 plus 3, 5 into 10 power minus 6. So 10 power minus 6, 10 power minus 6 get cancelled. So therefore 14 2s are 28. So 28 microcoulombs of charge. Clear? So that is the final charge which is present on first capacitor. So final charge on second capacitor also you can calculate, no? Q2 dash is equals to Q into C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Now do that calculation, that will be your answer. Completed up to here? All of you? So heat produced, how can you calculate ma? Now Q2 dash you can calculate, no? Q2 dash, final charge which is present on second capacitor. So it is a Q into C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Clear ma? So total charge is how much? 7 into or 70 into 10 power minus 6 into C2. C2 value is 3 into 10 power minus 6 divided by 5 into 10 power minus 6. So this value and this value will get cancelled. So therefore 14 3s are how much ma? 42. So 42 microcoulombs of charge that is the charge which is present on final charge on second capacitor. Clear? Then he is asking third question. Third question is heat produced. Okay. So for heat produced, already we have calculated a ready-made equation number. So heat produced is how much? So C1 C2 divided by 2 into C1 plus C2 multiplied by V1 minus V2 whole square. Clear? So I hope you can do this calculation. So V1 and V2, what are they? They are final potentials or initial potentials. What is meant by V1 V2 here? V1 V2 means what? They are initial potentials. Don't be confused. Clear? So if you substitute them, the answer which you should get is 60 microjoules of heat is produced when we are connecting these two plates of the capacitor. Okay, ma? That's all. Come on, ma. Try to say the answer. Negative plate is connected to positive plate. Then what is the potential difference across each capacitor? Already we have calculated, no? So final capacitance, final potential difference will be C1 V1 minus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. Clear, no? So initial capacitance is 2 into initial potential is how much? 20. So minus 3 into what is the potential of second one? 10 divided by 2 plus 3. No need of substituting micro here because micro will get cancelled. So therefore total how much? 40 minus 30 divided by 5. So 10 volts will be the final potential on each capacitor. Already we have derived this relation, no? C1 V1 minus C2 V2 divided by C1 plus C2. Okay. Similarly, final charge on each capacitor. So Q1 dash. So you can use the relation or directly I can calculate Q is equals to C into V also, no? C into V. So charge is how much, capacitance is how much? 2 into 10 power minus 6. Potential is 10 volts. So therefore 20 microcoulombs of charge. Q2 dash is equals to C2 into V. C2 is how much? 3 into 10 power minus 6. Common potential is 10. So 30 microcoulombs of charge will be present after the redistribution of charges. That's all. So this is the given question, ma. So here I have 3 capacitors which are connected in series. Clear, ma? 4 microfarads, 6 microfarads and 12 microfarads. They are connected in series to a battery of 110 volts. Clear? Then if I connect them like this, after some time these capacitors, they will get charged, no? So after these capacitors are fully charged, then what I am doing, I am separating them. I am separating them from circuit, and what I am doing, all the positive plates I am connecting to one terminal and all the negative plates I am connecting to another point. Now they are not connected in circuit, just capacitors are connected. Then find what are the charges which are present on each capacitor after reconnection. That is what we are supposed to calculate. Okay, can you say anybody? How can I do, ma? Clear? So after fully charging, what I am doing, so this is one capacitor, this is another capacitor, this is another capacitor. So just I am joining all the 3 of them. Now they are not connected to any battery, just they are connected in this type of a parallel connection. Clear, no? So this is the capacitance of 4 microfarad, 6 microfarad and 12 microfarad. Then after connecting them in this type of connection, final charge on each capacitor we are supposed to find out. Can you say? Can you say how can I calculate, ma? Anybody? See, ma, if they are connecting them in this type of connection, immediately what do you understand? If I am connecting capacitors in parallel connection, immediately what do you understand? We have to understand that because they are connected in parallel, all the capacitors, they will go into common potential. So therefore, redistribution of charges will take place. Redistribution of charges will take place. Clear, ma? Until until each capacitor has a common potential. Each capacitor has a common potential. So until all the capacitors they are present at the same potential, redistribution of charges will take place. Are you able to understand? So therefore, how can I write equation for common potential? Can you see? How can I write equation for common potential? V can be written as, for total system if I calculate, V is equals to Q by C. Clear number? So V is equals to, what is meant by Q by C? Initial charges Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 divided by, now all the capacitors they are connected in parallel connection number. If capacitors are connected in parallel connection, what is the total equivalent capacitance? C1 plus C2 plus C3. Clear? So this will be the common potential. V is equals to Q by C. What is Q? Total charge which is present on the capacitors divided by total equivalent capacitance. Total charge is how much? Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 divided by C1 plus C2 plus C3. Are you able to understand, ma? Okay. Now, how can I calculate initial charges which are present on these capacitors? Can you see? Can you say, ma? So therefore, this is the common potential number. Common potential is total charge Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 divided by, because they are connected in a parallel connection, C1 plus C2 plus C3. Okay, ma? Now, how can I calculate the total initial charges which are present on these capacitors? Can you say how can I calculate? Anybody? So, what are the charges present on these capacitors? How can I calculate? Okay. See, initially, these capacitors, are they connected in series or are they connected in parallel? These capacitors, are they connected in series or are they connected in parallel? What kind of connection is this? Series connection, no? So if capacitors are connected in series connection, then every capacitor will have same charge, no ma? That's what we have discussed, no? Because when they are connected in series connection, what will happen? This battery will supply charge only to first plate of first capacitor. Remaining all the charges, they will be induced charges only. Clear, no ma? So therefore, how can I calculate a charge which is present on each capacitor? First of all, take equivalent capacitance of this one, ma. So in series connection, so 1 by C equivalent is equals to 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2 plus 1 by C3. So 1 by C equivalent is equals to 1 by 4 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 12. LCM is how much, ma? 12. So 3 plus 2 plus 1. So how much? 6 divided by 12. So 1 by 2. So therefore C equivalent is how much? 2 microfarads is the equivalent capacitance of this total circuit. Clear? And this total circuit is connected to which battery? It is connected to a battery of 110 volts. So therefore, what is the total charge which is generated by the battery? Charge is equals to Q is equals to C into V. So total capacitance is 2 into 10 power minus 6, potential is 110 volts. Clear, nama? So 220 into 10 power minus 6 coulombs of charge, or 220 microcoulombs of charge is produced by the battery. Are you able to understand, ma? So this battery will produce how much a charge? It will produce a charge of 220 microcoulombs. Okay. Now this 220 microcoulombs is given to which capacitor? This 220 microcoulombs, it is given to which capacitor? So it is given to first plate of first capacitor. Clear, ma? Remaining all the charges, they will be induced charges only. So therefore, what is the charge which is present on this one? 220 microcoulombs. Charge present on this one, 220 microcoulombs. Charge present on third one, 220 microcoulombs. That's all, ma? So therefore, the charge which is present on every capacitor is 220 microcoulombs. Clear? Now can't you calculate the total common potential if capacitors are connected in parallel connection, no ma? Now very easily I can calculate. Clear? So therefore, common potential is how much? Common potential is charge present on each capacitor 220, 220, 220. So 3 into 220 into 10 power minus 6 divided by Total equivalent capacitance is how much? Now they are connected in parallel connection, no ma? So 4 plus 6 plus 12. So 4 plus 6 plus 12 into 10 power minus 6. So 10 power minus 6, 10 power minus 6 gets cancelled. So 3 into 220 divided by, this is how much ma? 10, 22. So 22 ones are, 22 tens are, so 30 volts. That's all. Clear now? So therefore, the common potential which is present on each capacitor is how much? It is equal to 30 volts. Okay. On each capacitor, so here also what is the potential? 30 volts. Here also potential is 30 volts. Here also potential is 30 volts. So I know capacitance, I know potential. I know capacitance, I know potential. So therefore, can't I calculate the charge which is stored on each capacitor ma? So final charges. Okay. So final charge on first capacitor. Final charge on first capacitor is how much? So let it be Q1 dash. Q1 dash is equals to C1 into V. C1 is 4 into 10 power minus 6. Common potential is how much? Common potential is 30 volts. So 4 3s are, how much ma? 4 3s are 12. So 120 into 10 power minus 6 coulombs of charge. Clear? So similarly, final charge on second capacitor, this capacitor. So again Q is equals to C2 into V. Clear ma? So capacitance is how much? 6. 6 into 10 power minus 6 multiplied by common potential is 30. So 30. So therefore this is how much ma? 6 into 30 is how much? 6 into 30 is 180. So 180 into 10 power minus 6 coulombs of charge. Similarly Q3 dash. So Q3 dash is C3 into V. So final capacitance is how much? 12 into 10 power minus 6 multiplied by 30. Clear ma? So 12 3s are 48. 12 3s are 36 no? So 36 or 360 into 10 power minus 6 coulombs of charge. Okay. So these are the final charges which are present on each capacitor after we are connecting them in parallel connection. This is our question. Okay ma? So what have you understood by solving this problem? What you should have understood is that your practice is not good. That is what you should have understood. Clear ma? So whatever concept you study on the today, until you become master of that concept, you should not go to the next concept. Because physics is such a subject, every chapter is interconnected to another chapter. Okay ma? Actually we are studying each chapter separately, but physics doesn't behave like that. Okay. So if you want to solve problems of physics, you should have knowledge on every chapter with the same accuracy. Okay. So have you understood this question ma? Okay. So first of all, if you are connecting them in parallel, parallel connection means what? Every capacitor will be at same potential. So first of all, we have calculated common potential. What is the common potential? Total charges. Total charges, they will never get cancelled, no? So total charges are Q1, Q2, Q3. And because they are connected in parallel connection, equivalent capacitance is C1 plus C2 plus C3. Okay ma? But Q1, Q2, Q3 values we don't know. So first of all, I have calculated total charge. Because initially they are connected in series connection, every capacitor will have same charge. Clear now? So that equivalent charge first I have calculated. Clear? So 220 microcoulombs of charge is present on each capacitor. Okay. Now common potential, how can I calculate? Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 divided by C1 plus C2 plus C3. So answer which I got is 30 volts. It means this capacitor and this capacitor, all of them, they are present at a potential of 30 volts. And each capacitance also I know, no? Capacitance is a fixed quantity. This can never change. So therefore, final charge Q is equal to C into V. Q is equal to C into V. Q is equal to C into V. That's all. Okay, ma? Basics should be very, very, very strong, ma. I am saying you this again and again.